Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. It's Sarah Saturday.
Hello, hello.
And we are here, or I am here with you every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. And we have got a fantastic community because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to us. Thank you. And if you are watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Miss Sarah will be time-stamping as we go.
Yes.
And or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. And for some reason, from what I hear, you have to watch YouTube videos for 3 minutes for it to count for a view. Something like that. That's what I heard. I'll have to, I don't know. Anyway, so Bernadette says, you owe me a cake, Lewis. Uh-oh.
Oh, Coke. It was a jinx. They both said Sarah Saturday at the same time.
Oh,
so it was like a pinch poke, you owe me a Coke type thing. Jinx. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with that one. Okay. All right. Well, we've got crazy questions, but we're here together. We're in this together. And at the end, we have something entertaining today. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have something entertaining at the end.
I'm probably going to be way more entertaining than the questions. I'm just letting you know right now. I will be in full-on Miss Piggy mode. I'm just telling you now. When we get to number 11, just stop drinking. Whatever you're drinking. No.
Oh no, it's not more hot dog news.
Although I do kind of wish I was with y'all on that one because that made me so excited. I was like, yee! When I saw it. But no.
And she sent me the video this morning.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, goodness. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. And you don't have to stay for this. I can do it.
No, I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl.
Okay. And Jesus loves you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we'll get there.
Okay.
I feel compelled whenever I show up sometimes with a thing on my finger to remind people, or if you have not heard this before, I have osteoarthritis, and I found this is not medical advice. I found a real doctor doing this, where you get this narrow sports tape, and then you wrap it around the joint. And number one thing, you must leave a gap in the back. Have to. Do not do this without a gap at all. Gap, more gap. Okay. This will stop. Yeah. Mind the gap. This will allow the circulation to flow freely. But it helps curb the pain. If your joints hurting, in theory, it can help hold down inflammation. But just so you know, I wanted to throw that out there. If that might help you, it's not very expensive. There are no side effects. As long as you remember the gap, mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Okay. So anyway. All right. Oh, Ms. Gibson, I'm so sorry. Whew. Okay. Oh. On today's episode, more than 100 National Security Council staffers at the White House were let go. What could go wrong? Trump had no clue what he was signing yesterday when he was doing the executive orders. The GOP in both chambers of Congress are having a showdown which is a lot less fun than a hoedown. Okay.
I mean, I need props for the sheer amount of willpower it took not to make a very bad, tasteless joke right there. I think I get my own little round of applause because I have the, I have the sense of humor of a 10-year-old boy at certain times. And so, yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Canadian Dry. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very sweet.
What?
Oxford cat. Okay. All right. All right.
Number 1.
Okay, so let's get into it, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. At 6 minutes even. More than 100 national security staffers at the White House were placed on administrative leave on Friday afternoon, and they were given just a half an hour to clean out their desks. The move was part of a restructuring under interim National Security Advisor and Secretary of State, little Marco Rubio. He was like, let's get them. We don't need them. Yeah. Okay. So the National Security Council, in case you're wondering, what do? They serve as the main platform for the president to discuss national security and foreign policy issues with top advisors and cabinet members. It helps the president combine domestic, foreign, and military strategies related to the national security and ensures these policies are coordinated among the different government agencies. And we yeeted them. Whoop. So, what will this mean for us?
I'm sure it'll be great. Great. Also, yeah. I thanked you in the chat, but thank you again, Canadian Dry. Did you mean to get another 10 memberships? I just did.
It's very sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Deborah says, what a wonderful episode. Thanks for the osteotape description. Oh, I hope it helps. I really hope it helps. It has helped me so much. Anyway, all right, 100 National Security Council staffers. Bye-bye. What could go wrong?
100 national security staffers on a wall. 100 national security staffers on the wall.
On the White House
100
wall.
Down. Yeet them around. We have zero.
Zero National Security Council staffers on the wall. The White House wall. Oh, Lord help. Oh yeah, use of resources. You think? We don't need these. They might be important, but yeah, this is stupid. This is willy-nilly absolute garbage. Just randomly attacking stupid stuff, picking and choosing. This is very random. This is extremely random. This would probably be like somebody got mad. Trump got mad, or one of his flunkies got mad and was like, off with their heads. You know, this is so, yeah. Adding insult to injury. And then there's the whole group of of MAGA going, what the heck? What?
You know, times like this, I grew up watching the classic I Love Lucy episodes on Nick at Night. I love those things. There was an episode where Lucy and Ricky were getting into it because she wasn't doing quite the best job at keeping up with the finances, paying the bills and whatnot. It's not the fact they had no money. She wasn't the best at budgeting and whatnot. And so he's like, okay, well, what method do you use? Walk me through what you do. And she said, okay, I take all of our bills every month and I put them on the Lazy Susan. And then I spin it around, and whatever the last one that sits, that's the lucky one that gets paid that day. And he's just like, And then, of course, you know, the long running joke about his accent, he kept calling it the lousy Susan. So the lazy Susan, the lousy Susan. And so I just, at times like this, I have the mental image of somebody running to Chat GPT, and it's like, how many ways can we mess up the government today? And then just cutting it out, printing it out, putting them all on a lousy Susan, and somebody spinning them, and they just pick it up and they're like, that's it. That's the one we're running with. It makes no other sense.
Oh, you don't have your spinny wheel out there, do you? It's in
Out
the
here,
house.
no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
It's in the house.
Because Sarah has a really cool spinny wheel.
It's my wheel of executive dysfunction.
There we go. Which one of the ones you go?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
Hang on. I just want to pull. Like, this is dangerous, and this is awful.
Oh, Bernadette, that's so cool that's the episode that was on this morning.
Really?
Wild. Okay.
This is bad. Okay. I felt drawn to use the Housewives Tarot today.
Mm-hmm.
And because these are pretty neutral colors, I could have picked anything. This is the Hierophant card, which is institutions. It can be, in the Rider-Waite, it's the Pope. Hang on, I just lost the sound. Anyway, but in this deck, it's a big old TV, which is one of those old, like from the 1960s, you know, those TVs that were like weighed 3,000 pounds. You know, you put them in the corner of the room and there they stayed. You know, you rearranged nothing back in those days. Also, nobody had, the one thing that blows my mind, nobody had in their living room, nobody had anything to put their feet on besides the coffee table. I mean, and you weren't supposed to do that.
All right. Thank you, Marby.
Oh, why are we not connected? Okay, I'm not connected. Hang on. I can't hear you. 1 second. Sarah, you've got the reins of power.
Okay, y'all. She can't hear us. What are we going to do?
Okay, now I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Okay, no. I was telling Marby thank you.
Thank you, Marby.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. This is communication. These are the messages that are not going to get where they need to go. Feels like there's just a lot of noise coming out of this box that's important. Good old modern day Walter Cronkite. Just talking in the background and nobody's listening. Adding insult to injury. King of Wands, there's Dumpy. Twisting everything.
Oh, yeah.
Justice. Page of Wands. Total incompetence. 6 of Cups. It's not, the things are set up the way they're set up for a reason. 2 of Swords. It's a bad decision. Are we in more danger than we were before this? Yes. There's just okay.
Whew. Y'all know if it seems like I'm not giving the appropriate amount of, remember, it's smile or scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Debsy, we don't need no stinking security. That's right.
Liz says Sarah was causing trouble.
I know. I was like, okay, she can't hear us. What are we going to do?
There we go. Actually, last Sunday when you weren't here, because Sarah has Sundays, she takes Sundays off. Mm-hmm. And I grabbed every possible question I could find. I tried to organize them. started, I had 21 potential questions. And who was it in the chat who was so funny, who was saying, we're going to tell Sarah you're taking more than 12 questions.
Oh.
Oh, Rainy Side Gardeners, thank you. Became a member. Thank you, thank you. All right. This is his legacy. It's there for everybody to see. Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. The truth is there. This is, yeah, okay. The good news is I'm not ending on like a Tower card, a Death card, but it's not good. It's not good. And this is saying this is going to be part of his legacy. And usually things are only part of your legacy if they have an effect. So, yikes.
Joyce said that was her, that she's reporting you. Yes.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you for looking out for me.
Yes.
And I got a big old thing of iced coffee. I made a big old thing of iced coffee.
Very cool. At 16:20, I would say 16:30.
Oh, wait. Before we go any further, I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention. Today is kind of a big day astrologically. And you might want to make a note if you don't mind.
Yes.
Saturn has moved into Aries. It did late last night, early this morning, depending on where you were. We've been waiting for the outer planets to change signs, and then come all into aspect with each other, just with around the 1 degree to 3 degree range. And so now we've got Pluto. It's been in Aquarius for a little while, but we had Neptune go into Aries recently, and now Saturn is gone into Aries and is nearly in the same place. We're just waiting for Uranus to change signs July 7th. And that will be the strongest, where they will all be more closely in aspect to each other. Because usually when the outer planets change signs, it's a big deal. Something happens. Yeah. There's a different tone. And when the outer planets have some kind of aspect to each other, that's often a big deal. This has never happened before.
Ooh.
They're all of the now the good news is they are at least more positive aspects, more gentle aspects, so the energies can work together a little bit better, which is good. But it's a lot of energy. So so when we'll talk about this more in the future, but Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is the absolute wet blanket of the party. He's going to suck all of your fun. Whatever you're doing, he's going to suck all the fun out of it. You just want to eat a donut, and he's going to insist on telling you in his Eeyore voice about how the sugar in it causes brain rot, and the recent studies about the destruction of the lining of the, and you're just like, I just want it. Could you not? But he's a taskmaster. Saturn is Father Time, but here's the thing: if you do the work, he will reward you. If you do not do the work, you are going to feel it. And Saturn has been in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, And in astrographics, I show it as Saturn in Pisces is the cathedral builder, the architect, the mason, the hard work of getting this giant pile of stone up so strong. It's a big job. You don't mess around.
Right.
Hard work, but holy buckets. If you do the work, it's amazing. Saturn goes into Aries, which is the battlefield. So Saturn, at best, could be like the quartermaster who's organizing all of the supplies. In reality, he's probably more he's in charge of the trench digger. It's incredibly necessary. It will save lives. It needs to be done. It is not fun. It's hard work. But if you do it, you're a lot more likely to survive. So Dave says Neptune conjunct Saturn in Aries should make trouble for the Neptunian delusion with cold reality in an action sign about to get real. There's like somebody says Pluto tests the structure to see if it will stay standing. Oh yeah, these are all good things. China Rose says Saturn is the punch clock. What are we doing with our time? Yes. And those are probably easier and faster ways to say what I just said. But it's a part of astrographics, which is coming out later this summer, and it helps you. No, thank you. It helps people understand and remember, like if people are talking about different planets or working planets in different signs, it isn't just like a what, huh? Anyway, so it was funny that yesterday and certainly today, I've been up and going and working, and Miss Sarah told me you had a discussion with your husband, I believe.
Yes, we were talking last night just about, goals and productivity for goals and things like that. And then you were like, yeah, last night Saturn moved into Aries, and I was like, yep.
Yeah, because Saturn it's the first sign, it's the first cardinal sign, so it takes initiative, it gets up, it goes, it moves. It lights a fire under your back end. So if you're suddenly like, okay, let's work. All right, let's go do. Okay, let's go organize this. Let's get this work going. That's why. Okay, so I just wanted to let you all know that has happened.
Very, very cool.
Thank you. Yeah, Amanda, yes. Saturn is like Doge's, what 5 things did you accomplish this week? Yeah. Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing, though. Saturn is not fun. However, Saturn keeps all those rings going. Think of those gorgeous rings around Saturn. That takes some work.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Other planets have rings, but not like Saturn.
Oh, goodness. Just a real quick commentary in the chat. It is so cool that Malia Obama was apparently accepted at Harvard. That's awesome. The Barron thing has not been proven or debunked on whether or not he was actually denied Harvard. It's been a rumor that's saying that's one of the reasons why somebody's so mad at Harvard, but we don't know. So that's a rumor. So anyway, okay, at 24:40, y'all. Even after all the smack talking about Biden and using the auto pens to sign executive orders, Trump had to ask someone yesterday what all was included in the executive order he was signing. What's in this? What does it do? what are we doing again? After he asked the staffer, was this all I was doing today? Like, indicating he had no clue what all they were supposed to be talking about. Speculation is rife that it's becoming clearer he is not actually in charge. Now, this is not a question about incompetence. This is like, or, decline. Incompetence is a whole nother question. This isn't necessarily about. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I lost internet for a second.
No, I'm saying this isn't necessarily a question about decline. This is about does he have any real input these days on other than abstractly saying, I want this to happen, write it up? I mean, is he in charge of these executive orders?
The nitty gritty? No.
Okay.
And one thing to remember is that, yes, this is Dumpy is about the age that when members of his family came down with dementia, they were about the same age that he is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that stuff is a chunk of it's genetic.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of his problems that I don't think enough people talk about. They talk about how awful he is, which they should. But one of the things about President Dumpster Fire, one of his main problems is he's a self-indulgent brat. So if he doesn't want to, I don't want to, then he doesn't have to. And he has plenty of cruel flunkies around him who are willing to do the actual work.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's look at everything we've gotten done. And by the way, most of everything he's done has been overturned by the courts. Just saying, whole swaths of people that were fired had to be reinstated. World. Yeah, there is some health issues there. I really do think that he is he's not helping himself.
Mm. Yeah.
I think this just feels like he's very risky with what he does. There's already a plan. You've got Project 2025 or whatnot. This is a very false sense of nostalgia. And then they hand him things. It's a very fake. This feels like a very fake nostalgia.
Okay.
So,
so you're seeing it more as indulgence than weaponized incompetence?
Oh, absolutely. Because the thing about weaponized incompetence is his narcissism has trouble with that. Yes, he'll flat out lie. If you ever saw him, what do you call it? It's not the indictment. When you're on camera and the other deposition. Thank you. The deposition from years ago where he was doing the melted toddler thing that drives me insane.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like, oh, you read this? Oh, I don't have my glasses. I didn't bring my glasses. I can't read that. And his voice got like that as well. So he's capable of weaponized incompetence. But on the whole, his day-to-day, his narcissism will only allow so much of that. So, no, he's a spoiled brat. And he doesn't want details.
Mm. Oh,
I also think he's being lied to about various things.
That part.
Yeah.
Rita brings up, and I think we talked about this before. I think he does, obviously, but I think he is more than likely dyslexic, and he refuses to admit it. And he refuses, there are Tom Cruise is dyslexic, and he's had back ever since Risky Business. He's had his scripts written differently so that way he could learn his lines, read his scripts. There's like fonts and typeface that you can do, but to him that would be admitting that he's not perfect.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with being dyslexic. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Millions of brilliant people are. I'm not saying that he's brilliant. I mean, but to him, admitting that he would, that he might be, would be, yeah. So, well, within that, we pretty much answered number 3 as well. Yeah, a sing song. Yeah, I can't stand that either.
That is nails on a chalkboard to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Raymond, yes, it's all backwards. Yes, I've got my father and my daughter both have dyscalculia, which is dyslexia with numbers. I math doesn't bother me. Dates mess me up. I am horrible with dates. But speaking of numbers, we pretty much answered number 3, so we're going to skip right on to number 4 at 3130. Whoo, don't we love a little bit of infighting? Or we can just sit back and get our popcorn?
Mm-hmm.
So House Republicans are sending a clear and early warning to their Senate allies as the bill encompassing Trump's domestic priorities heads to the upper chamber. Don't water it down. The stage is being set for both chambers to clash over SALT, which is state and local tax deductions, among other things. Let me give you a little bit of a background. The SALT tax deductions, limiting the cap or lifting the cap at $10,000. GOP House members in blue states, if this goes away, if that is edited in any form of the bill, they are going to lose re-election. That is the kiss of death if SALT is messed with. Whereas the Senate doesn't care. To quote one GOP, find me one Republican senator who gives about SALT. You can't. Paraphrased, but the link's in the article. The article link is in the thing. But this, as the Senate starts to mess with this and edit it, the House is like, no, you gotta leave it just like it is. You gotta leave it just like it is. And the Senate's like, no, we don't. So, how's this gonna play out? I love it when they just the trash takes care of itself.
They're gonna mess with it. That's what I'm getting. King of Pentacles. We're all supposed to just get along. There's a lot going on behind closed doors. Temperance. They got this far. Mm-hmm. 6 of Pentacles is in the middle, which is just, I'll have some of this and some of that and some of this. Oh, wait a minute. We have to have this here. No, I'm good. I want that. No, I don't want that. I don't like licorice. I don't like Good and Plenty's. Just, But no. There are people who do like them. No, I do no. Burden of the far right. They're going to get bent out of shape. And Page of Pentacles. This is weak sauce. This is, you mean this? Oh, we'll just rearrange this. Oh, we'll just take, yeah. Hang on.
Salt is what you put on the rim of a margarita, according to DC rules, right, Dave? I'm with you.
Trump's great victory. Everybody's looking. Ooh. MAGA feeling all beaten up, Trump's people feeling beaten up, and there's the institution.
Womp womp, as Gen Z says.
You win some, you lose some, and they're just gonna. There's nothing I could sit here and say, on the one hand, I want the budget to go through so people can see the Republicans for who they are. So hopefully people will stop voting for these absolute heinous human beings and all the damage and cruelty they cause. On the other hand, I don't want this budget to go through because of all the people it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here and it's like, you know what? That's a false way of looking at this. Because this is like one of the things that children certainly do, and a lot of us, we carry into adulthood, which is when something goes wrong, children will often blame themselves. And the reason they blame themselves is because the idea that it is actually out of their control is too terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It feels better to blame yourself for a catastrophe. Even if you're beating yourself up, even if you're just drowning in guilt, that feels better than saying, no, I have no control over a catastrophe. That's a terrible feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I think part of being an adult is trying, not everybody succeeds all the time. Nobody succeeds all the time, but trying to get past that.
Yeah.
When you can. And so as much as I don't want the bill to pass, I do want the bill to pass, sort of. It's like, this is not my lesson to learn. I can contact the people who represent me, but this is not in my control. Whether they do or they don't. And as scary as that is,
yeah,
I can't lose sleep over this. I can just try to help if anybody is hurting from this one way or the other. All I can do is try to help or try to be empathetic. That's all.
Well, we say this all the time. We are in this together.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes. All right. Now, this was briefly touched on from a different angle yesterday, but Trump has decided to add Samsung and all smartphones to the 25% tariff list. And he's still holding on tight to the threat of a 50% tariff on the EU. So how is this going to affect the economy moving forward? This fool.
And that 50% tariff for the EU starts June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So like in a week.
Yeah. This fool literally said, the European Union, which was formed for the primary purpose of taking advantage of the United States on trade, has been very difficult to deal with. Sir, look, I love our country. I do. There are lots of things that other countries have done in response to our country. I get that, especially these days. But we are not the thing that everything centers around all the time. We're just not.
It's not all about you, Trump.
Yes.
It's not all about you.
Yes.
So yeah, the EU, part of it was to facilitate to be in a stronger bargaining position for international trade. But it was a lot of other things too. It's about internal regulations. It's about commerce within Europe. And the thing is, and that's the real kicker, is with his idea of tariffs, you don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I'm going to make them bigger, make them smaller. I'm getting rid of them. Well, except I'm keeping on the 10%. So there's always a 10%. And he's and Dumpy is bigly mad because he says Europe isn't negotiating with him. So 50% off with their heads, 50% tariffs. Starting June 1st. I mean, it is so random. So it's just isolating us and hurting us. I don't understand why Republicans think there's any kind of win happening here.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
We are the ones who are going to feel this. We are the ones who are going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But then I've got this Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, and you think, oh, great, Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. No, this is just this Yahoo and his flunkies with a great big cutting implement going, oh yeah, here, no, here, him, there, no, well, flailing. Do I think it'll happen? Maybe. And then it'll go up and down and back and forth and whatever his whims. He has specifically, what was it? Who was I? Back during the Great Depression, we were in such a mess that FDR was literally throwing everything at the wall he could think of.
Oh, yeah.
And his economists, they were doing all kinds of crazy stuff, smart stuff that really worked, stuff that didn't work. And one of the things I want to say was something, was it the value of the dollar? I forget what, but it was something. And they were literally every morning over breakfast, he was just deciding what it was going to be that day. I mean, it was something big like that. I can't remember. Was it the value of the dollar? It was something like, it could have been like bonds or whatever it was. But he was just making it up because they were just trying. Let's try this. Let's try that. They're just like throwing numbers out. Only he was doing that because they were in an absolute crisis and they were searching for a way out of it.
To help people. Yeah.
Right. Whereas Dumpy is just random because he's a petulant child.
The lousy Susan.
The lousy Susan. He is the lousy part. He is the louse.
Yes.
He is the louse. Yes.
Well, we have roughly 20 minutes or so left, and I want to make sure that we look at the last two items. So we're going to skip ahead. We're going to look at 10 and 11.
Oh, good. I'll have a couple of questions already for tomorrow.
Yes, I've already moved them. So
thank you.
Okay. This one amused me greatly. So at 44 even. If you remember, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the conversation about GROK looking in and spying on government employees and the AI.
Oh yeah, going through, they were using GROK to go through government employee emails and messages and things for finding anyone who was disloyal. To the Orange Fuhrer.
Yes. Okay, so this is just proof that technology is a tool, and it is not inherently good or evil. It is all within who uses it.
Yes.
Okay.
What is GROK? Bernadette is asking.
GROK is Elon Musk's AI that he has on Twitter. Okay. So, let me get this.
It's like Chat GPT or Claude or Google Gemini or
Yes. So, while GROK can indeed be used for nefarious purposes, it recently got into a sparring match with MTG over if she was really a Christian, and GROK won. So, okay, I have to go in my Marge voice, so y'all just bear with me here. I'm gonna read you her original tweet.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm a Christian, an imperfect sinner saved by grace and faith in Jesus. I'm a nationalist, a proud American who loves my country and wants to make our home nation is the best. I did not proofread this before I posted it, excuse me. And wants to make our home nation is the best for all American citizens and future generations to come. I mean, really, Grammarly is free, lady. Just install it. Okay. I'm a mother, thankful for the blessings and responsibility God gave me with my children. Except for that responsibility, being faithful in my marriage, but we don't talk about that. Yeah. I'm a business owner, humbled and grateful to be able to work as hard as humanly possible in the greatest country in the world to be successful, where nothing is given and all is earned.
Oh,
hammer emoji. I'm a representative, elected to serve the greatest people from the greatest district on the greatest country of earth. I just hope they don't need to reach me because I don't have an office there. Sorry, that was me. May God bless each of you and may God bless America. Okay. That was her post.
Well done. Well done.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Okay. So, the thing with GROK is you can use him in. I'm sorry. I will.
My cheeks are hurting. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going. Twitter is just one of those things. It's like the Gulf of America. I'm going to dead name. I'm not a big fan of dead naming when it comes to trans folks, but when it comes to stupidity, I'm dead naming it. This is Twitter. It's always going to be Twitter. I refuse to use X. So, in X, you can tag GROK under if somebody posts something, you can tag them in the comments and be like, hey, what can you tell me about the above? Can you fact check this? Blah, 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 blah. So someone tagged GROK and said, hey, is Marjorie Taylor Greene actually a Christian? Now, Marge, bless her heart, screenshot the reply, GROK's reply, and posted it herself. If she would have just let it go, odds are nobody would have picked up on this, really, because people tag GROK in all kinds of stuff. Thank you, Rose Blue. You are fabulous. That girl ain't right. Yes, I know. Okay, so, but Marge felt the need, y'all.
Okay, so what happened?
So, somebody asked is Marjorie Taylor Greene a Christian? Marjorie Taylor Greene identifies as a Christian, expressing faith in Jesus and traditional beliefs, like in her 2021 Christmas message. However, her Christian nationalism and support for conspiracy theories like QAnon sparked debate. Critics, including religious leaders, argue her actions contradict Christian values of love and unity, citing her defense of January 6th and divisive rhetoric. Supporters may see her stances as faith-driven, whether she is, literally quotation marks, really a Christian is subjective, depending on personal and theological views. Her faith appears genuine to her, but public actions create controversy. GROK, you drug her. Yes.
Yeah.
You drug her. Whoo. Okay. To which point she shared this and tagged him. Like, what's he gonna do? It's a bot. Like, she's gonna shame him. At GROK.
Uh-huh.
The judgment seat belongs to God, not you, a non-human AI platform. GROK is left-leaning and continues to spread fake news and propaganda. Were y'all just saying that GROK was cool with releasing it in all of our records, but now it's a leftist conspiracy? The stupid, it hurts.
Mhm.
These people rule by the hokey pokey. It's the lousy Susan and the hokey pokey. It's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. Left foot in, right foot out. Okay. When people give up their own discernment and stop seeking the truth and depend on AI to analyze information, they will be lost. When they depend on AI to analyze information, they will be lost. GROK just analyzed information. Yes, yesterday. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, don't. Are you bringing?
I thought the bot and the bot one. Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. All I was going to say was, Sarah, are you bringing a battle of wits to an unarmed woman?
She tries to show everybody she can in the summer that she has arms. She doesn't cover them for anything. But yes, no, yeah. That'll teach GROK. Yeah, that's right, KR. That'll learn him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and for the record, if anybody who's watching this on replay, Sarah is Christian, just so you know.
And Southern, yes.
And Southern.
Yes.
Baptist?
I was raised Southern Baptist. I lean more towards non-denominational now, but I was raised Southern Baptist. Yes.
Okay. All right. If I was going to read on your beliefs, I would not get Judgment, Knight of Pentacles, Devil. With the card for the reading being the 10 of Swords, all the swords in the back.
I would hope not, because I'm more of what you would call a red letter Christian, because in the Bible, Jesus's words are in red. And so I go by the red letters before anything else. Everything else, it's like, okay, but that's somebody's interpretation. I want the actual, like, what did he say? That's sort of how I am. So no, hopefully those are not the cards you would get for that.
But these are the cards I get for her. She's judging everybody. The only person who can judge is God. Which, please? All she does is judge.
Dumpock. I got a song, Only God Can Judge Me. So Dumpock, yes. Sorry.
There we go. Corruption. And there's a big movement on the right that is, I cannot. But there is a movement on the right that is pushing the idea that empathy is a sin. I like that.
Empathy is a sin. That.
Tell me,
I'm not trying to get all up on my soapbox on that one, but I vehemently disagree.
Yes. Tell me that you have lost the plot without telling me you have lost the plot. So anyway, okay. So now that we've talked about Jesus. Now that we've talked about Jesus.
Y'all.
Oh boy. Okay, so shall I? Or do you want? No, actually, go ahead. Poor Sarah.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Hang on. At 54:40. So if y'all will remember the other day, there was a reading on the little redheaded doll, Miss Annabelle, and you noted I tuned in just for that part, and you had noted that a sort of, because as you guys know, on Wednesdays, if there's tough subjects, I want to be here for her, so she's not digging through that energy. And then she had asked me, "Do we need to save this?" And I was like, "Nope,
No, Sarah
I love
is
you.
so.
I do
Sarah,
not want.
yeah, Sarah is so supportive and has been for so long, so many years, and as I mean, there was a point in the teens, the 20 teens, where I was just in the darkest place, and Sarah was calling me every day. Okay, what are we doing today?
Mm-hmm.
You are beautiful inside and out. You are a good person. Let's create something. Let's,
Yes.
and she'd just call me every day, just in that absolutely dark place. And I will forever be grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Wow. I love
Sarah,
you, lady. Always.
I love you too, my friend. And Miss Sarah is the definition of a good person.
Okay, you can make me cry. Okay. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, my friend. So I found it actually very, very funny that earlier this week when I was it's like, okay, I'm gonna read on this evil doll, and she was like, nope. Nope, you are on your own.
We have found my line. It is.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I drew it in the sand because here we are.
Yeah,
so,
but
for those who were not here the other day, real quick recap. Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. I've learned more of the origin story over the last few days, so I'm just going to give you a very quick synopsis. The way the story goes is this doll, somebody was having an issue with the ghost in their house. They decided to give the ghost a doll so that way they could just deal with the doll instead of destroying everything in the house. Somebody doesn't know how things work. That might sound like great in theory, but it also sounds horrible in theory because you're giving them something that that they can do. Now, from a Christian standpoint, and my son and I had this conversation, without evil, there is no good. If you believe that there are angels, there are also demons. If you believe that there are items that have been blessed that are capable of performing miracles, then there are also the yin to the yang items that have been cursed, and they are capable of nope. So, Miss Annie belongs in the category. So, yeah, those are just my personal beliefs. Christianity is not a monolith. I'm not. Just odd because some people believe that. Never mind. So yeah. All right. So there's the doll, and the doll was owned by the Warrens, who had a museum where they kept things that they had collected that people were scared of or whatnot. Just to try to contain it. They were super religious, super Catholic. They would have priests come over periodically on the regular to bind things there in the museum. They did open the museum to the public just because they needed to be able to pay for all this. But even then, it was very, very quick. You do not touch anything. Let me know if you accidentally touch something because we need to have a priest see you on the way out. Like, this is no. Do not move her. Do not touch her. Don't even look at her.
She's in a case.
No.
Because it's in a case. She
was in a big old glass case.
And it was like consecrated glass, and
yes, and the wood I think came from a church or something, like it was wood with glass front and whatnot. Like, the materials were all blessed. Well, the Warrens passed, and there was a fella who bought everything, and he's like, you know what? It'd be cool. We need to take her on tour. No, you don't. No, ma'am. No. No. So, they took her on tour. This is part of what you were reading on the other day on whether would anything odd happen. And, the question was, she went through, West Virginia. They went to that abandoned penitentiary there and did some event. And then all those tornadoes happened. And then they went through New Orleans and the little shop that they were sitting there, which was right next to the very famous haunted mansion that was so creepy Nicolas Cage doped out of. But from the front steps, you could look and see the prison. 10 prisoners broke out. And then they, there are conflicting reports on whether they stopped at Nottoway or just drove past Nottoway. But the plantation, yes. The doll went by Nottoway, was in the vicinity of some, and then all of a sudden it burst into flames. They completely put it out, and it reignited itself 18 hours later after it had been given the all clear, like it's good. Y'all can start salvaging. Nope. Boop. It's one of those, like, you know, when those older people that burst back in the room, and I said what I said, and another thing. Yeah. So it's the South. We do that. So, and then, so I think you were looking at the fact that she was coming at Chicago, and
I don't want her in Chicago.
I know.
I really
know.
don't.
But, and then Gettysburg, and people were like, come to DC. And I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, and they were literally, she's supposed to go to Gettysburg, to one of the most haunted places in Gettysburg.
And I mentioned to you when we were looking at this, and then I think you mentioned it on here, you know, she had gone to San Antonio after New Orleans, and we hadn't really heard anything on if there had been any issue.
Right.
Y'all, we might have an issue. There are conflicting reports. It's everywhere. Some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. I can't even get the AI news scourers to come up with the thing. She may be missing. Missing. Allegedly, they're at the event in San Antonio. They opened the case, which they've done videos where they open the case. You're not supposed to open the case.
What? Don't open the case. Why are you opening the case? Why are you opening the case?
Sorry, Amy. Oh my God, Stephen Miller has her.
Stephen Miller doesn't need her.
But allegedly somebody opened the case, and they had the case open. Somebody, and she's a big one. How did they? I don't know.
It's like the One Ring.
Yeah,
Seriously. So Annabelle is
there are conflicting reports that Annabelle, it was called the Devil's on the Run tour. That was not an invitation for the devil to go on the run, people. That was not.
Salt, sage, water.
There's not enough.
But yeah, water I put lots of white light energy into. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Not reading. I'm sorry.
So I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tearing up. Was she stolen, and is she secure? That's all I need to know. I need to know. Look. There are things I don't mess with.
Okay. Some kind of prankster. Some kind of. I mean, it's not. I mean, I think our hope would be that Sam and Dean got her.
Yes.
Those of you who've watched Supernatural, that was a joke.
Yes. Sam, Dean, Bobby. Yes.
Yeah.
The money.
Isn't it your son who used to go through the house just randomly going,
Sam, Dean, Bobby, Sam. Yes.
Sam, Dean, Bobby. Anyway, this will be fun. There's a brat. Queen of Swords. That could be some kind of if there was theft, that would be holding somebody accountable. I am getting a temperance card, which is good. But is this like a one? Is this like a the one ring that would? Try to set that on her. Well, I mean, she doesn't have ID, and she's poor. She's raggedy. She's raggedy.
She's raggedy. Oh. I just have the mental image of her running around town and like some car that has a part of James Dean's Porsche in it, because that's haunted as you know what too. Like just rolling around, just
as the kimchi turns. Oh, it's been a minute. Good to see you. If she was taken, it's totally a publicity stunt. That it could be, but it doesn't even need it at this point. I mean, it's all over. Everything about this doll is
Marie
all over.
Laveau's house caught on fire when she was in New Orleans. Do you realize how messed up? No.
Okay.
Apparently, she's going to take over KK Caroline's new job as press secretary. I can't. Y'all, I can't. She's running around Typhoid Mary.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, it could be that whatever this doll is, because basically these people who the original origin story, basically these people had a ghost in their house who was just like knocking things over, making noise, doing da 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 da, and they'd just been given this great big Raggedy Ann dolls, and so they were like, okay, so as a joke, I guess it was a couple, maybe the guy or something, but anyway, put the doll in a chair at the kitchen table, and they would talk, and eventually they started talking to it. So the ghost in the house, in theory, would like go hang out in the doll and not make as much noise and what have you. Don't do this. Just throwing this out there.
Oh no! And it was the ghost's name that was Annabelle, which is how the dog got the name. But no. This do not do this.
No, do not do this.
No.
But it just got worse and worse and worse. Okay, now it could be conflating a few things because Annabelle is now also very famous. So there's a lot of energy going in as people talk about her, and some things you do need to talk about. It's not all bad. It's not like, oh, we shouldn't be talking about. No, don't. No. And anything scary, you do need to talk about. But the bigger this gets, the more energy, the more thoughts, the more goes in. And it can start. There's talk that maybe there's more of a doorway there. Or whatever over time it's built up. There are also things called egregores, which are basically thought forms, where a lot of energy goes into thinking about a certain thing, and that thing gains power from all the thoughts thinking about the thing. And so it kind of takes on a life of its own in the astral.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say that's why President Dumpster Fire has survived so many things, is because there is now this very powerful thought form that's protecting him, because there's so many people praying into this.
What's the word other than thought form? What was the original word you said?
Egregore.
Okay, because for a second there I thought you were calling him a demogorgon, and I was like, okay, that tracks.
Oh no, this died too. Ah, damn. Does this work? Hang on.
Can you hear me?
1 second.
Ooh, Lewis says she's a Horcrux.
Okay, hopefully that will
Can you
kick
hear me?
in. I can now. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the thing. They did need, whoever took her out did need the money. This wasn't the smartest way to do this. There are people who love the paranormal, all of this kind of stuff. They go to haunted houses on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You could not. And there was a time in my life when I was much, much, much younger where things like that were kind of interesting, and I'd read books on things. But now, no. Oh, I absolutely believe, and no interest, zero.
I have a healthy respect for this stuff, and the fact that I don't mess with it. I don't.
Right. Well, so people who are into this, and it could potentially make some money. And as long as you keep it safe, things can go along. But if somebody took her, it's not going to go well for them. So
can they not get on I-20? Because if they're going to I-20 and they're heading back there, they're going to drive by me. No, ma'am. No. Mm-mm. La la la. No. Put me in a bubble. Little hamster bubble. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't. Nope. Not today, Satan. Not tomorrow, neither. No.
You're good.
Okay, cool.
You're good. You got a lot of good energy around you. And I'm not getting the thief card, which I find interesting, but I was getting that absolute brat. So, anyway, so
Yes, visualize 17. Interstate 20, yeah.
Is Annabelle the doll going to resurface? It feels like she's going to be sold. And I'm sorry.
Keep going.
Death tour kind of thing. Yeah. King of Cups. Honestly, whoever's like moving this doll around, somebody feels like they're not doing so well.
You don't say.
Page of Wands, but that's like big money changing hand. It feels like this doll's gonna get sold, and that's just not good. Just yeah, just no, don't, just no. It also reminded me of so I was telling Sarah, because apparently there's now talk on social media, people are talking about just this handful of objects that are supposedly like Annabelle that are a big no thank you. One of them being Robert the doll. Have you Robert is it Robert the doll? I think it's got even like it's like a the kid named it after himself, but it like that he didn't go by his first name. He went by a middle name. So he like named the doll Robert, which was like his given name, and it's a creepy little thing.
He is a creepy little thing. He's in a case with paper.
There are if you look up Robert the doll, you'll see all this paper taped to the wall behind him. These are letters that have been sent in from people who were there whose life like blew up, they're apologizing to Robert the doll, saying, please stop. I'm sorry, I was disrespectful or whatever.
Sir, you are dapper as heck. You are not creepy at all. You are fabulous, sir. You are just, look at you. Look at you with your little outfit, with your little hat. You little dapper, sir. I apologize if I misspoke. No, you are just, no. You are amazing. You better work that runway, sir. You are fabulous. I am closing this tab now.
Oh.
I love you. Warn me that there is something that could happen for potential disrespect before I look at something next time. My natural inclination is to have no filter and just pop off at the mouth, ma'am. You know this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would never do anything to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh man. So are Robert and Annabelle, are they like on their honeymoon? Or are they gonna like
This is almost as bad as like the people who have tried to reconnect the pieces of the Porsche Spider of Dean's car. Somebody can look into that. It's bad. But no, we don't need them. No, we do not need a modern day Bonnie and Clyde with these two. No, absolutely not.
No.
Please.
Yeah.
Mr. Robert, I'm not trying to take away your life choices, sir, but I would respectfully request. Annie is a little wild, but she's been caged a little too long. She don't know how to people. You might want to choose your partner a little more judiciously. Nothing against you, sir. You are your dapper, fabulous self. But Annie is a little, she a little hot-headed. Things tend to go poof. Let's not do that, sir. You're wooden. You look like you are made out of wood. If she is setting something on fire, sir, you don't want no part of that. She gets mad at you. You are kindling, sir. No. No.
Oh Lord.
I would also like to point out, I don't know if you mentioned this last time, there's also been a thing that has been going around in social media where the Black community has accepted redheads as their own because apparently there's some genetic thing that way back when that came out, or so it's been a whole thing on TikTok, and it's not in mockery. It's been a very inclusive. It's been really sweet. To where gingers are black now. It's a whole hashtag. I know. I know. Which just makes me really want to go run and find some of the most racist gingers I know and go, you're black. Deal with it. But yeah, no. But so the comments about all this, because all this started breaking at the same time, and they were like, Annie really just rolled up and was like, oh, I'm black now? Okay, so instead of just being invited to the cookout, I'm going to light the fire pit. And so she let folks out of prison. She burnt down the plantation. She's like, where am I at?
I don't even know where to start with that one. But that's how I feel. Yeah.
Right.
Whoa.
And again, that was not done. These are from Black creators that
right.
Yeah. So So the what I'm seeing from the African American community has been a genuine sense of healthy respecting, but also you go, thank you, we rock with you, but not in person. Like we rock with you from afar. Like we appreciate you. Don't come here from afar.
The doll.
Yes. The doll. Yes.
Yeah.
So
and there was all this talk about it, trying to talk whoever was going around with it to take it to DC. But I guess now in theory, she disappeared in San Antonio, Texas.
As of the 23rd, from what I'm seeing, nobody knows where she's at, but there's conflicting reports on that, and that was yesterday. So somebody said, "Where's Daddy of $4, Little Orphan Annie?" Yeah.
Visualize 70. You haven't got Annabelle nearby, have you? Me? No. Nope.
I tell you, my dislike for this doll was so bad that I had come across some old belongings that had belonged to my great grandmother, and one of them was a Raggedy Ann doll, and I was like, I'm donating this immediately. Like, it left the property very quickly. I was like, Mom, look, this is yours. Take it. Mom's like, I don't want that doll. I was like, that doll's your doll. That doll's not my doll. That's your grandma's doll, not my grandma's doll. That's my And Mom's like, I'll get rid of it. And I was like, yay, that's on you, Pikachu. It ain't on me. I don't know nothing. I just gave it to you. You roll with that. That's how much I do not mess with Annabelle. I can't even look at a regular Raggedy Ann. No.
Oh, that's on you, Pikachu.
I crochet. People are like, do you make the dolls with the yarn hair? No. She has yarn hair. No. I don't know. I don't go anywhere near anything resembling that doll.
Oh, Lord help.
Sorry.
Although I did. I think I sent you. Somebody had made, because you've been crocheting a lot of really cute stuff on Creative Sprints in the afternoon.
Thank you.
And there somebody's done a little, it's like do you know those bird feeders? But they're kind of weird in that you hang them up and it's almost like a teardrop shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's almost like another teardrop shape where the opening is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of there. Well, somebody put googly eyes on it with some tassels at the bottom. So it looks like the things from the Muppet that go nope, 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 nope.
The Yip Yip dolls, yeah.
Yeah. You can crochet those and you could have a bunch of them. So
I have a pattern for those. For to put like your grocery sacks in. Yip grocery sack bags. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yip grocery sack bags. I love that. Okay. Oh, all right. So bon voyage. Please don't come to Chicago or Shreveport or where any of you are. I'm hoping bottom of the ocean. I'm hoping isolated place in the wilderness in the middle of Nope, wherever.
In the middle of Nope. Cooper. That's exactly right. The middle of Nope.
The middle of Nope. Yeah. Is it DC Cooper? Oh, no, it was Cooper. Is it DC? Anyway. Yeah, wherever he is. Mm-hmm. I hope he's
DB Cooper.
DB Cooper. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And Robert, you are a dapper little thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No interest.
Yeah. And I did warn y'all at the top of the show not to drink anything when we got to these questions. So I'm not responsible for any destroyed electronics or messes. I told you.
Well, Roy says, I want a Yip grocery bag. Thank you so much for coming on with me today. You're awesome. I adore you, my friend.
You. It was fun to be here. Some parts were funner than others, but it was highly entertaining.
Yes, it was. So thank you, everybody. It is 1:34 p.m. here in Chicago and in Shreveport, and oh heaven. At 3:00, we're going to both be on Creative Sprints to be productive. And you're always welcome. We just want to encourage you. Oh no, Lisa K. Annabelle, is this cruise residence? No, Snowflake. No, the poodle Snowflake. We love the poodle. We love Snowflake.
Oh no, we're gonna. No, Amy, I'm not making Annabelle dolls of Creative Sprints.
No.
You can safely bet that is not happening.
You are making a murder of crows.
Yes, there is. Right now, it's an attempted murder. It's not done.
Oh,
Yeah.
attempted murder of crows.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, all right. Well, I will be back here tomorrow, much less organized than because Miss Sarah helps me, and so it'll just be me tomorrow. So I will be less organized, but I will be here absolutely, and to answer your questions. Thank you, thank you. Oh gosh. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and please remember you're not alone. Okay. And there are angels. That's not what I meant.
That's not the right word to use. The right word to use.
No.
Right now.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna drop kick a doll if I see it. I swear. There are times when I want to be alone, please.
There are other Democrats.
There we go.
Who are in the United States of America. There are other incarnated human beings in the world who believe in human rights and democracy. We're in this together.
Yes, because I'm taking you with me at this point. By hook or by crook, we are in this together, lady. Oh,
I have stuff. There are good days ahead. There are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So hang in there.
Yes.
And it'll just be me tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Take care.